Hello, and welcome back. As said, we're actually making up some of the shows that we missed while I was sick. And we are going to be talking about black businesses today. So, of course, I'm going to hit you with a poem, and then we're going to get right into it. The poem that I'm going to give you today is, how do you know if you're part of the problem? Your enemies eat the same food you eat and worse, yet they are winning. Obviously, what you eat is not the problem. Your enemies vote to keep you oppressed, yet you do not vote against them. Obviously, you're not voting is the problem. Your enemies make their own money for your people to spend, yet you cannot make your own for your people to spend. Obviously, your inability to make your own money is a problem. Your enemies create businesses for their children to inherit, yet you do not create businesses for yours to inherit. Obviously, your inability to create your own businesses for your children to inherit is a problem. Your enemies think that you are inferior, yet you constantly state what you cannot do. Obviously, your belief in your own inferiority is a problem. Your enemies fight to enslave you 24 hours a day, yet you do not fight to free yourself 24 hours a day. Obviously, your fighting ability is a problem. Your enemy took over your world, yet you cannot take your world back. Obviously, your inability to defeat your enemies is a problem. Your enemies are winning their war against you, yet you do nothing to win this war. Obviously, your inability to win this war is a problem. Your enemies fought to keep you out of their businesses, yet you continue to invite your enemies into your businesses. Obviously, your inability to keep your enemies out of your businesses is a problem. Your enemies create jobs for their people, yet you do not create jobs for yours. Obviously, your inability to create jobs for your people is a problem. Your enemies are constantly fighting to destroy your nations, yet you are not fighting to protect your nations. Obviously, your inability to protect your nations is a problem. Your enemies are constantly working to program you to accept defeat, yet you willingly accept their programming. Obviously, your inability to deprogram yourself is a problem. Your enemies take every opportunity to put your people down, yet you too take every opportunity to put your people down. Obviously, your inability to lift your people up is a problem. Your enemies took away your ancient spirituality, yet you cannot give them back their religion and regain your ancient spirituality. Obviously, you're working for your enemies. That makes you part of the problem. That's a Black Panther poem by Anita Black. And we're going to be getting into why black businesses have gotten to the level that they have gotten. And we're going to talk about what they used to be, what they are now, and of course, how to get them back to where we say we want them to be. Okay? Remember, black business owners, while they make up the bulk of the situation with black businesses, black customers, black consumers make up a very significant part of that as well. So we're not going to be bashing black business owners. We're going to also be making sure that customers and black consumers know what part they're playing in what has happened to black businesses. So we talk about what black businesses used to be. And when you talk to older people that were familiar with black businesses back in the day, you come across a couple of things. One, black businesses actually used to treat black people better than white businesses treated black people. that's why many black people started their businesses, because they were treated so badly by white business owners. So that's one of the things that we see has been reversed with integration, is that you've actually had a lot of things to flip on black people. And they were flipped intentionally, but that's one of the things that flipped. Now you have black generations, black young people, who believe and see just the opposite. They say they are treated better in white businesses than they are treated in black businesses. But, of course, they don't have the experience or the knowledge of that black history in order to know exactly what happened. The other thing that you see with black businesses is that back in the day, you used to see black people take very serious pride in their business. They were there, 15 minutes before they were due to open. They would, if you come in, it'd be stocked, it'd be swept, it'd be, clean, and, you have the father there doing, basically running the business. You have the mother there, she may be doing some of the cleaning or the bookkeeping or whatever, and the children would be doing some of the stocking or the getting the supplies, going around and getting supplies. You just had the whole family there. There were many times that you saw black businesses, and the husband was there, the wife was there, and you would see the little area that had been made up with a playpen or a little area cornered off for the baby or for the children, and they would be behind the counter or in a back room, and they would be reading or doing whatever children do. But the whole family was there, and so it was a family business. Now, take it after integration, and what integration did was push people to be more separated, more individual, and that's one of the major things that we try to correct, is that individualism, because now this family member wants to do this thing, this family member wants to do that thing, and nobody wants to get together and do one family thing. You may have some of the older ones that are constantly pushing, "Why don't we do a family thing?" And people, immediately they're shot down. Well, no, I don't want to do that. And there's no family patriarch or family matriarch to actually say, this is what we're going to do. You've always had children who, may have wanted to do something else other than getting up and going to the family business each day. But there was a patriarch or a matriarch that said, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're doing as a family. This is why we're doing it, and it has to be done. And so you try to instill that in the children while still allowing them to do the things that they wanted to do. So let's say your child, you wanted your son to work with you at the grocery store, but he wanted to play football. Well, if you, you worked the grocery store and then you saved up to get a different location or a second location where it would have maybe a field in the back, and in the back they could practice, do their football practicing, or you may have your grocery store. He works at the grocery store after school all week, and then your grocery store would sponsor the football team uniforms or something. It wasn't just you're going to do this or else. It was, you're going to do this for the family, and then the family is going to do this for you.